There's a moment in television when you realize the face you've woken up with for years is simply gone. No grand farewell tour, no emotional final countdown. Just an empty chair and a silence that speaks louder than any announcement ever could. That's exactly the kind of moment Ben Shephard's departure from ITV has created, and it's left a lot of people doing a double take. Ben Shephard spent well over a decade becoming one of the most recognizable voices in British morning television. Warm, dependable, and sharply professional, he became a fixture on Good Morning Britain in a way that felt almost permanent. He was the kind of presenter you stop noticing precisely because he belonged so naturally until the day he wasn't there anymore. His move to This Morning, ITV's mid-morning staple, wasn't entirely out of nowhere for those paying close attention to the network's internal reshuffles. But the speed of it, and the finality of his exit from the GMB sofa, caught a significant number of loyal viewers completely off guard. Social media threads filled not with outrage, but with something quieter, and in some ways more telling: genuine disbelief. "This can't be real" wasn't just a phrase people typed. It reflected something real about how attached audiences become to the rhythms of live morning television. Good Morning Britain has never been a show that shies away from turbulence. Since its relaunch, it has cycled through controversy, ratings battles, high-profile walkouts, and reinventions that kept it firmly in the headlines. What it has always relied on, through all of that noise, is a core of presenters who give the program its identity. Susanna Reid remains its anchor in every sense of the word. But around her, the lineup has shifted and evolved, sometimes by choice, sometimes by circumstance. Shephard's absence leaves a gap that isn't just about scheduling. It's about texture. He brought a specific kind of energy to the desk, never trying to dominate, always ready to hold a difficult moment with just enough lightness to stop it from tipping over. That's a harder quality to replace than it might appear on paper. ITV, for its part, has been measured in how it has handled the transition publicly. The network has leaned into presenting the move as a natural evolution for Shephard rather than a loss for GMB. And there is truth in that framing. This Morning is a significant platform, and his chemistry with Kat Deely has drawn genuinely positive early responses. By ITV's internal logic, this is a win. The question is whether GMB viewers see it the same way. Early indications suggest the show's core audience is watching closely to see who fills the space and how. Daytime television is more competitive than it has been in years, with streaming habits reshaping when and how people consume live programming. Retaining viewer loyalty during a lineup transition is never guaranteed, and the shows that handle these moments clumsily tend to feel it in the numbers. There's also a broader question worth asking about what this signals for GMB's next chapter. The program has an opportunity here to introduce new voices, shift its dynamic, perhaps take a few creative risks it might not have considered with a settled roster. Whether ITV has the appetite for that kind of bold recalibration remains to be seen. What is clear is that Ben Shephard's exit has reminded viewers just how much they valued his presence, often without realizing it. That's not a small thing. In the fragmented, distracted media landscape of 2025, making an audience feel that kind of genuine absence is, in its own way, a mark of how well he did his job. If you have thoughts on Ben's move and what it means for the future of Good Morning Britain, drop them in the comments below. It would be great to hear where you stand on this. If you're finding this kind of behind-the-scenes TV analysis useful, a like goes a long way. And subscribing means you'll never miss the next update. There's plenty more to come.